Our first Christmas together as husband and wife.
Yep, just me and you.
Well, don't just stand there, son-in-law. Let me in.
Where's my sweet son?
You need to use psychology. Dr. Phil, Oprah, mind games, Black Ops.
All of us.
Mama, can you pass me a piece of turkey?
Which one? Together. She's mean. In this house.
Thought you said she joined Jenny Craig.
The Taj Mahal isn't even big enough for that.
Christmas Dilemma, Sunday, December 6th at 7 on TVOne.
Thank you for joining us today for the Christmas Dilemma Virtual Media Conference. My name is Lamika Lucas. I'm the Senior Manager of PR for TVOne and Clio TV, and I will serve as your moderator. Without further delay, I would like to introduce our esteemed stars. Please welcome our newlyweds, BJ Britt, who plays Jay. He's the guy that every mother wants for his daughter.
Hey, how you doing, everybody?
Brittany Hall, who takes on the role of warm-hearted Monica. Hey, Brittany. The hilarious Carl Payne, who plays Cousin Eddie. He's the random relative that you're not quite sure what branch of the family tree he fell off of, but he's always a really good time when he's around.
What it do, folks? What it do?
And rounding out our cast is Christopher B. Duncan, who plays Howard, Dave's father, who is reserved, but is sure to give a mean side eye.
What's happening, folks? Hey to all.
Lastly, we have Jason Ryan from TVOne, who serves as the executive in charge of production for this film.
Hello.
Okay, so before we open up the floor to our journalists, we want to just check in with all of our cast to see how you're doing. We're in the full throes of the holiday season. So we all know it's going to be like no other holiday season that we've ever experienced. So this film is quite departure from what we're experiencing currently. So what made you want to join this project, knowing that it's going to be a really weird time for us all, but did that kind of inspire you to want to give us a little joy this season? How about you, BJ?
Yeah, no, I was ecstatic, to be able to join such an amazing cast. And everybody, like you said, I mean, we became a big family just like immediately. I think everybody was excited to be able to work again, be back on set and be back, interacting with human beings, with everything that's going on. And it was just a beautiful situation, a beautiful time, and great. I mean, working with Red and Carl and Christopher and just, everybody else on the show. I mean, it was just an essence, her director. It was just amazing to be a part of this whole situation. Like I was ecstatic, but I don't want to talk too much. I'll let everybody, have their say about it. Brittany, what you think, baby girl?
It was truly magical, like the experience in itself, how I just got the call one day about it, and it was like the next day I was flying out. I didn't even know who was directing it. And then, so I was in the car headed to get my COVID test when I was told Essence was directing it. And it just kind of just really blew up in my heart. Like, because the more Black women I can get on my resume, the happier I would be, can be, of course, because I just want us all to win. And she is someone that I've admired and I've watched and, everything like that. So just realizing, oh, wow, you're going to be working with her. She's going to be directing you. And then you meet the rest of the cast and everyone just clicked. And it was just magical. I celebrated my birthday on set. It was nice. It was fun. It was so much love every day. So it kept you inspired to come to set and do what you love.
Excellent. Christopher, what made you join this?
When I read the script, I found myself laughing. And then I found myself being touched at numerous spots throughout the story. So right away, the story itself pulled me in. And then I saw who was going to be involved in terms of the cast. I saw that Essence was directing it. And there's something about the fact that this film is ultimately about the power of love and how when we let go of our egos and our need to be right or making other people wrong and needing to control, the power of love is extraordinary. And that is something that I can relate to in my life because I value the power of love more than anything else. So all those factors came together and I said, without a doubt, I'm in.
What? We're glad you felt that way. How about you, Carl?
I was tired of being at home. Yeah, I was, they called me, it was like, you on the plane? I was like, right now? Sure. Okay, I was tired of being locked in the house. No, you know what? Christmas was always like one of my favorite times of the year, you know, and 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 because it was one of the reasons why it was because of the different things that I used to watch on TV when I was a kid, you know, the things that are classics that obviously last throughout time. And when I read this script, I kind of felt like, you know, this was going to capture that feeling that I used to have that I hadn't had in a very, very long time with regards to a particular season. And I also enjoy being able to play different characters, you know, and to spread my wings, if you will, or stretch in terms of creating these different memorable characters.
And Jason, I just would love for you to kind of give us from the network's perspective. You know, you guys had a huge undertaking to bring this film to life with, you know, being within the COVID reality that we're in now. Can you just kind of speak to why we felt it was important to move this film forward?
Yeah, kind of like how the others touched on, it was really important because of the times that we're in. We wanted to have like a good family movie, you know, to really, like Christopher was saying, show the love and the power of the love. But it also was important to have something that was authentic. You know, a lot of Christmas movies, they get a little too cheesy or they might be a little too wholesome, which is okay. It's cool. But, you know, we wanted something that was more authentic and showed the ups and downs, because that really is how you demonstrate how powerful that love is. So it was great. It was a great decision, easy decision to make. Due to COVID, and because it was such a big cast, we had a lot, we spent weeks even before pre-production getting the script right. We had to make sure that everything was going to be shot in a way that would keep everybody as safe as possible, despite all of the rigorous COVID guidelines. We also had to tighten up the script, move things around, just to make sure that everything worked out well. And the biggest COVID related thing for me was the fact that it felt weird to be like, I was there virtually every day. It was like, if anybody remembers that movie The Truman Show, I was like Ed Harris in The Truman Show in the command center, just watching everything happen. I had a creative producer I was in touch with, and I could, you know, back and forth with her, spoke to Essence every day. But it was just a weird experience to produce a movie that way and not physically be there. But it translated very well. I've watched the movie about 6 times now in the last few days, going through all the edits. I feel like I'm part of the family myself. I think you all will be very proud, very proud.
Yeah, I was, and thank you for sharing the screener with our members of the press who are joining us today. I was eagerly anticipating and had a chance to watch it this morning, and I just felt that it really read through how this film really reflects all of those members in the family that come together for the holiday time that you look forward to seeing every year. There's always a little moment of drama, but you know, you get through it, and the love kind of shines through. So without further ado, let's just move right on to the questions from our press. Let's go ahead and get started with Tammy Reese from Vocal Media.
I'm from Vocal Media, and my question is for Carl specifically. I'm interested to know what Christmas dilemmas have you personally experienced that either resulted in not turning out so good for the holidays or ended up working out for the best?
Okay. One of the I guess biggest Christmas dilemmas, if you will, I experienced was when I was really young. Not so young, but I remember I grew up in Harlem. I grew up in the projects in Harlem, and you know, times weren't so good at times, you know, and I remember seeing all these things on TV with regards to how Christmas should be, or how Christmas was supposed to be. And I just remember, this one year it was really bad. It was like we didn't even have like the fake tree. My mom put up Christmas cards in the shape of a tree on the wall in the kitchen. And then she just put all the presents on the table, on our kitchen table, but they weren't wrapped because my dad used to work for a toy factory and he would bring home all the defective toys. So I used to have like a G.I. Joe, but it had alopecia, like it was missing hair. It was it was kind of one of the saddest Christmases I had ever experienced. But we were all together and there was still a sense of family, unity, and love. And it was like, at that time, I couldn't see past the fact of, at least he was trying, or at least this was happening. Like everybody still came together to try to make it what it was supposed to be. And at the end of the day, I realized it wasn't about gifts and it wasn't about this. It was about being together. It was about love and it was about family. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hello. So my question is for Carl as well. How would you say the industry has evolved since the 90s from now?
Wow, it's crazy because it's very social media driven now. The industry has definitely taken a crazy turn where back in the day you had to be like a triple threat, right? You had to be able to act, sing, dance, and it was really based off of raw talent and things like that. Now it's based off of like popularity. It's based off of like you could do a thing on TikTok and go viral, and then somebody be like, "Yeah, let's put them in our movie."
Exactly.
So I mean, so at the end of the day, I still think our foundation is solid in terms of where we came from, but we got to be able to now matriculate and use all the matriculate. That word, use all the skills and tools of this new era and this new generation to evolve and to continuously get jobs. In that sense, it's a lot harder actually. It's a lot more, and I don't want to call it competition, but it's just a matter of the times that we're living in now and the direction in which things are going. Because all things digital too, so it's definitely changed a lot.
I mean, you definitely made it out of the 90s and you're still relevant. So that's definitely a blessing. And thank you for all your contributions to culture.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you very much.
Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Adriana from Streets 993, and this question is for Monica or Brittany Hall. We just wanted to know what was it about this film in particular that you feel provided an escape from our current reality as a viewer?
Family connection, because we've been so disconnected because of COVID and we're supposed to quarantine and all these things. And I feel like within this film, especially the chemistry that we all had working together, you can feel the connection. And I think that's something that COVID has showed or shined a light of how important it is and how much we're driven towards connecting with people and connecting with your family more, the people who grew up with, the people who love you. So I think that's what it is. It's going to shine a light and remind people how important connection is.
All right, thank you, great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
How you guys doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Good, good. First, I want to say congratulations on the film, Chris. Especially with this year being we're being in COVID. I know a lot of people are looking forward to spending more time with their family and just really being able to exhale from everything that we've gone through up to this point. I do have a question for you, BJ. You're playing Jay, and Jay has a very unexpected guest that comes home for Christmas. And so really, I had this question for everyone, but I want to ask you specifically, how would you deal with that if you had an ex come home for Christmas? Because sometimes your ex can be very close to your family. So how would you handle that situation?
I don't know that I would have stuck around like Jay did. I'm just gonna put it that way. You know, I don't know that I'd have stuck around and tried to figure out how things would have worked out. My dad always taught me you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. I'd have probably walked away, but I'd be like, I'll see you all like 24, 48 hours or something like that. Have you ever been in a situation like that before?
You know what? This ain't about me. I'm not supposed to be giving all my business, but I'm currently in a situation like that, where you know the family loves my ex, and I'm at a point where I don't think I could bring anybody else home because they gonna get the heat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. You're right. Okay. I like how you put me in the hot seat. When I try to put you in there, you were like,
Yeah. No. I got to deflect. This is we playing tennis. This is back on you, bro.
Okay, I see that now. Good question. I like that.
But thank you. Congratulations again. And Carl Payne, Chilligan's Island in the building. All right.
Bob.
Take care.
Nye McGee with EUR Web. Hello, I really love this this film. It was so delightful, so absolutely hilarious. My question, of course, is for Mr. Payne. You mentioned social media moments ago, and of course, social media can be very vital these days in determining the success of a series, helping to promote a movie, a project through fan conversation, blog recaps and such. So I'm wondering, as an artist, as a veteran in this industry, is it important for you now these days to, you know, when you work on projects like this, do you find yourself going online, checking out the viewer recaps, what the fans have to say about your performance, about the project, reading the hashtags, following along with the conversation online?
Yeah, I do. I definitely find it important. And it's also like going to school again. Like it's an education, you know, again, it's a new world we're living in with regards to that. And so I definitely think fan engagement and reviews and all of those things and bloggers like yourself and media outlets like you, like everyone who's here right now is definitely the thing that's going to help push and create engagement with each project as we continue to move forward. Yeah, again, I'm still learning. I'm still learning the game in terms of that. I'm not gonna lie, you know, I didn't come from that, but I definitely think it's important. And so, you know, I try to keep as many youngins in my camp as possible, you know, keeping me up to speed on how to navigate through that.
Thank you, sir.
Hi. How's everyone doing?
Good. Thank you.
Good. My name is Santana, over here from the Culture Commentator. My question is for you, Christopher B. Duncan. What I want to ask you is that I know that in the movie, the whole plot thing is trying to get, you know, see which family you and your newlywed wife is going to spend time with. So I want to ask you, when you and your wife first got newly married, which side of the family did you guys spend your first Christmas with?
Let's see. We spent it with my mom and dad in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's, yeah, from my memory, that's taking it back a while because my wife and I have been together 22 years now. And yes, we went to our home in Colorado, and my mother, my dear mother, who's no longer here, unfortunately, Christmas was her favorite holiday. And the way she would decorate the house was spectacular, to the point where news organizations would come over to the house and interview her and take photos and video footage of all of this beauty. That, you know, to know my mother as well as my dad is to love them. I mean, I'm so fortunate to have had such amazing parents, and to be able to bring my wife home to Colorado and to soak up all that love, all the beauty, not only the beauty of all the Christmas decorations, but the love in our home, the love of the relatives who would stop by. I got a chance to introduce my wife to aunts, uncles, good friends that I grew up with in Colorado. Colorado's where I did my undergrad, University of Colorado Boulder. It's It's where I went to high school in Colorado Springs. So yes, in answer to your question, that first experience was a phenomenal time. And it was with my parents in Colorado.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I love the movie, guys.
Thank you.
What's up, guys? First of all, I want to say big up to creating another Black feel-good film. We've been missing a lot of those. We've been getting a lot of the gossip, drama type situations, and it's good to see something new that makes us feel good, and it's kind of a learning movie at the same time for some of us, especially during COVID. But my question is, I would say I want to aim it at Carl, but any of you guys can answer. How was it filming the strip club scene during COVID? And if you were in that same predicament with your parents, would you do that in real life? Because that's a tough one.
Brittany, you might want to double back on this one. You might want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna go quick. But everybody got to answer this. I'm gonna go quick, but everybody got to answer. This. No. You stop. Go ahead. You thought you were slick with the 3-part question, but I'm gonna go ahead. And answer because first of all, it was a little scary. I ain't gonna lie. It was scary to be filming this. Listen. You got what time did we come there? What time did we start that morning? We went in the morning, right? It was about like 7:30 in the morning. We was up in there, and it still smelled like booty juice. It still smelled like it smelled like blunts and booty juice is what it smelled like.
Wow.
Yeah, and we was in a part of town where this you can't serve food if you own a strip club establishment. You are not allowed to serve food in this particular county. Unlike every other strip club that we went to where the chicken wings are the bomb. I mean, that's what I heard. Not me personally, but what I heard. So there was no food smell in the air, but I knew they had just finished partying 2 hours ago. I knew it. And so for me, obviously during these COVID times, I was like, oh, this is a damn petri dish right now. We are walking into a petri dish and I don't feel comfortable. Now, would I have done this on my Christmas with my family? Was that the question?
Yeah.
I think that's an Atlanta thing. I don't think
you might be on to something.
Yeah, hey, shorty, hey, dog, hey, yeah. I think that's an Atlanta thing. No, that would not have flown at all with my family. No. It depends. My dad might have been down for it. But I'm talking too much. Let them answer, man.
Britt, go ahead, Britt. You started on up. Go ahead.
That was honestly, it was really my favorite day on set. I was really excited about filming in the strip club.
Really?
During COVID, I started to teach myself how to pole dance. So I actually have a pole in my house, and I taught myself how to pole dance. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get the real experience. We're going to be at a strip club. And so like during lunch, they were like, yeah, go ahead, do a trick. So I was.
We got video. Of Brittany on the pole.
Costume. It was fun, and then they had like real dancers there. So while we're shooting, she's doing things, and I'm literally, truly mesmerized. But I still have to like focus on the scene. So,
that's funny.
The way Essence shot that scene was so dope. It was just really fun.
That's funny.
That's everything. Let it be known. They kept it COVID clean, and they made sure everything was sanitized and clean.
That's tough in the strip club. That's real tough.
Go ahead, Christopher. I saw you, baby.
Who said that? Was that BJ?
Of course it was.
You know you're an instigator. That's what you are, as an instigator. I enjoyed every minute inside that strip club. All right, let me just keep it real here, okay? So, and my wife would fully understand this. I was placed directly in front of that sister who was stripping, or she was, you know, the sister who played the stripper. I mean, maybe that noise I just made explains what I'm trying to say, but I was not mad at the visual situation before me. Let me try to be a diplomatic man here right now. And then on top of it, not only was that a good time in that respect, and by the way, Carl, I agree with you about the, you know, the scent of blunts everywhere in the air, but I'm not mad at that either. Anyway, but on top of all of it, just like Brittany was saying, in terms of the way Essence shot that scene, then you throw in the fact that all of us were dancing. There was nothing but pure joy in that scene. Everything that took place in that strip club was good times for me. Good times.
I bet it was. I bet it was.
And you, BJ?
No. You know what? Honestly, everybody said something that I would say, you know, personally, with that whole scene. I mean, it was, come on, who don't like to go to the strip club? Okay, who wouldn't love to go to the strip club for Christmas? I would love to go to the strip club at least once a week.
With your mom, though? With your mom?
No, First off, my mom, she's an assistant pastor, so we can't even bring that up. Mom would not be there at all. That's not even, no question at all. There's, you know, no question at all.
She wouldn't be at that one. She'd be at a different one where they was twerking for the Lord.
Oh, you got to point there. Yeah, there you go. I didn't think about that. You're right. No, but I definitely can't go there with my family. Cousins, yes, all my cousins, we'd be there in a heartbeat. You know, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, day after Christmas, all the way up to New Year's. We do all that. But like Christopher touched on, when I tell you, it was just so much love and fun, and the way Essence and everybody shot that, like, not only were you excited to see the strippers, of course, you know, in the scene, but the way it was shot, you couldn't take your eyes off of everybody in the cast enjoying themselves and look like, I'm like, all right, we're supposed to move when this camera moves, but I'm looking at, you know, Christopher over there enjoying himself, and I'm looking at CP or Brittany over there, and I'm like, Brittany, come on, we gotta go. She's like, but the stripper. I'm like, girl, come on, we gotta go. It was just a fun, loving scene, and it just so happened to have strippers in it, dude. It just, but you know, very good question. You know, you guys are crushing it with these questions, but they said it all. Like, seriously, it was a really dope scene. The Essence, it was really dope.
That's dope. I definitely appreciate all the funny answers.
Hello, everyone. My name is Harmony Love from Pop Life Radio, and my question is for Brittany. Brittany, I know that you're not new to the acting world, and I saw the movie. It was very funny, and I thought that your performance was effortless. But my question is, you commented online that Christmas Dilemma is your first poster movie, your first poster. How do you feel about that?
Oh my gosh, it just makes my heart smile. I was like, I can't wait for to put one in my mom's house and put one in my house. It's the memories. Like the day that we shot it, it was just such a great day. We had so much fun. But it's just like a lot of the experience with this movie has been a first for me. It's my first TV lead. It's my first time doing like press on Zoom. Like what I'm doing right now is my first time doing this. And so it's just, they just fill my heart up with joy. I love it. I love that I was given this opportunity, and that because of this opportunity, so many blessings and experiences and memories and connections I have with all these great people. I was like, when we were shooting on set, the day it was a scene with Carl and BJ and I'm like literally in the scene looking at Carl like, you're doing a scene with him right now. Like, you watch this man, you know what I mean? You had no idea that in the future you're doing a scene, a comedy scene with him. And like, with Christopher, it's the same thing. Like I will be sitting back, I was going to say backstage, but like in the green room, and he'll tell stories. I'm like, you have no idea that you'd be sitting here listening to these stories from him. Like, this is wild. So because of this experience, because of being a part of this movie, yes, it gave me my first, opportunity to shoot a movie poster, but it gave me so many beautiful blessings on top of that. And it was just a really great experience, and I'm just grateful.
Well, I'm happy for you and congratulations.
Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to say that the movie was amazing. And my question is for Christopher, and I'm having a fangirl moment right now for all of you guys. It's amazing to be in your presence. But Christopher, you are a husband and father. How similar or different is your character Howard from the real you as a father and husband?
Where Howard and I are quite similar is I'm very protective of my family. Intensely so. And my love for my wife and kids is profound. And I have that in common with Howard as well. Let's see. And I would even admit to, the two fathers, their egos, get the best of them. I would have to admit to some of that where I would be wanting to look, for example, playing BJ's character's father in my life, if I were dealing with, like, I have 2 sons and a daughter, okay? And if I were dealing with their spouse's parents and it came down to some issue of planning something, whether it's a vacation, whether it's how we're going to figure things out for Christmas or Thanksgiving, no matter what it might be, I'm not one to keep my mouth closed. Okay, so I would certainly express my opinion, and I'm sure that if the father of one of my kids was the same way, we'd lock horns, just like you saw in the film. So there's a lot that I can, relate to Howard with. It's there's something about being a father and a husband that is it can push a lot of buttons for people. Oh, there you are. Suddenly your screen went away. I see you now. So hopefully I answered your question. Is that where you were?
That's definitely what I was looking for. And sorry, my name is Elle Clark from I Am Queen magazine. Again, awesome movie, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you guys doing? First of all, I'd like to say congratulations on the film. It was definitely great. It was hilarious. I watched it last night. My question was actually for everyone, but for the sake of time, I'm going to direct it to BJ, my fellow North Carolinian. Hi.
Hey, go NC. Hey.
Little city over here, Durham, North Carolina.
Okay. What part of North Carolina?
Durham.
Durham. Oh shoot. Okay. Right up the street from my fam. Okay, go ahead.
So I actually have a lighthearted question because I thought the food scene was very funny when you asked your mom to pass the turkey in the movie. So I want to know, we have Thanksgiving and Christmas both coming up. I want to know your Thanksgiving or your Christmas plate starting 5.
Christmas plate?
Yes, your starting 5. What must be on your plate?
Oh my God.
For Thanksgiving.
Well, that's an easy one. All right, number 1 has to be my aunt's macaroni and cheese in the oven. Like, not on the stove. People like, oh, macaroni, no, in the oven. Tons and tons of cheese. All the others that has to be up there. The ham has to be up there. Oh, my other aunt makes a coconut cream pie. I don't know. Are you from North Carolina?
I've had it before.
Okay. And then I just got put on this, and it's actually a North Carolina thing. It's a country thing. Honey bun cake.
Yeah. My mom makes a great honey bun cake.
What? I just got put onto that thing during this film. Like they're like, you ain't never heard of honey bun cake? They're like, you really from the country? I'm like, okay. And last but not least, I don't do vegetables like that, so I'm not gonna say any vegetables. I'd have to say Ugh.
Yams? You don't have no yams on your plate, BJ?
What? No.
Yeah,
wait.
and the macaroni got to touch, but
Like, oh no! None of my stuff can touch. Like no. All my stuff is individual. I don't do any of that. Listen, stop playing with me right now. Yo, you know what it is. Stop playing with me.
Well, what about the collard greens?
No.
you gotta have a green, BJ.
No, wait, whoa,
No
wait.
turkey?
This is a lighthearted question. Why everybody hold me right?
Collard
Jason,
greens.
cousin Jason,
Collard
can you
greens.
step in? Lamika, somebody.
No collard greens or yams, BJ. Come on, man.
Did I not say yams yet? Did I not say yams?
No, Brittany was just calling you on that, and you said, "No, I don't want any yams."
Yeah.
What?
Okay, sorry. Yams. Okay,
Oh,
we'll
okay.
go. Brittany, I'm sorry.
Okay, you saved yourself.
Happy life. Listen, my wife says yams. Put yams on my plate. Put yams on the plate. Yes, that's my top 5. Jason, you could have helped me out anytime that but you just did.
Well, thank you so much for your response, BJ. Thank you all for having us.
Thank you so much, Tia. Appreciate it.
Right. Bye. Thank you.
Hey, how are you guys today?
Good, thank you.
Great. Listen, my name is Emil, and I am from the Atlanta Voice. And I did get a chance to check out the film. I definitely enjoyed it. However, my question is collectively for all of you. We see a lot of Black films with Black casts, producers, and directors that are not films that we see in theaters, or they're straight to TV, or they're straight to DVD, or when that era was happening. And we see a lot of times that they get a lot of negligence and criticism from Black audiences. Do you think that there's a stigma on actors who take on projects that are not always mainstream or not always backed by major studios?
I would say it's weird. I think there is a stigma, but what I notice is like a lot of Black actors, like they have a whole bundle of work, but it's like you're only gonna know what you focus on or pay attention to. So I've seen many Black actors who've done, like, I guess you would call them the stereotypical Black movies, but they also have done other great, amazing things in their career. So I don't really think it's a stigma. I think it's just like, I feel like as actors, you do have a choice and a voice where you can say yes or no to what you want to do for your career. And there are some actors, they do love to make Black films. And so that's what they choose to do. But there's other actors who, they make Black films and then they make blockbuster films and then they get on like TV series. So I feel like I used to have that stigma until I started doing my homework and realizing that people, they have a pot, like a melting pot of work, and that you can really appreciate and understand their I guess the way they can expand in their craft.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I don't like terminology. Well, here's a problem. Here's a problem for me. The problem for me is that we would call, or that it even exists to have to say Black film. Again, if you see if we did Jaws, for example, right? Classic film, Jaws, and Jaws was done with an all Black cast. Would it be a Black film or would it be a horror film? You understand what I'm saying? So the point is, we need to get away from that term. We need to get away from that term altogether to try to, call one film. We don't call films without Black people or one Black person white films. We just call it a film. So why, when we do a film that doesn't involve, the same thing, is it considered Black film? So that's a term that I'm not going to subscribe to.
I think that's well said, Carl. There's a double standard, Emil, and it's unfair because when you think about this, as you said, Black films, you're talking about films that deal with the human condition, right? If you even look at Christmas Dilemma, irrespective of one's race, these dynamics, these conflicts, these family issues, working through challenges, those things transcend race. So it's very much like Carl said. If you look at a film like, say, Glengarry Glen Ross, seriously, would you call it a white film? Or would you call it a film about these salesmen who have these desperate lives? So I don't think it's fair that when someone refers to a film with Black actors in it as, in fact, a lot of studios, this is really a toxic thing. A lot of studios will dismiss the possibility of a bigger audience for films with Black actors because, oh, no, that's a Black film. That's a Black film. So it's only relegated to a smaller Black audience. No, again, we're dealing with human issues with Black talent. So let us have the freedom to reach as many people, as many races as possible. Just as the case is with any film with a lot of white actors.
Just to piggyback a little bit on that, when I first read the script, I wasn't told who was playing who. So anybody that I read, any character that I read could have been any color, any race, any creed. And so the fact that the script, when you read it, everybody who's come up here and said that they've seen it, oh my God, it was a feel-good movie. I loved it. It was great. The film is about love. It's about joy. It's about, and it doesn't matter. I mean, you'll see that in any household. You can give this movie to any ethnicity and I promise you, someone will say, oh, that's my cousin so-and-so, or that's my uncle so-and-so, or that's my auntie right there, without having to put a tag on what that race is, So it just so happened after everybody was cast, oh, we're, the majority of us cast in this as a Black, but it could have gone any way. My wife could have been any nationality. And I would have never been like, well, she should have been Black, So just kind of like the piggyback on a little bit of everything that everyone was saying, that I don't know if that really kind of answered your question, but from my standpoint, I kind of, go ahead. I feel like some people got something to say.
I was just going to add that, there are many stories that specifically deal with the Black experience, for example, in this country, and more power to it, because that's a specific story that's being addressed that needs to be addressed. So I'm not saying that can't be, that must be. What I am saying is that we have to be careful in this industry about the double standard, even with casting itself. Along the lines of what BJ was just saying, you have certain scripts out there where a Black actor can play that role if the role is a lawyer, a doctor. It doesn't say Black lawyer, Black, right? It's about making sure we don't buy into this trap, because sometimes, whether it's a producer, a casting director, or a director, if they fall into the trap, what they'll say is, oh yeah, Brittany Hall, she's perfect. And then someone else in the room will say, yeah, but she's a Black actor. She's an actor. She's a talented actor, period. Why are you trying to dismiss and limit the possibilities because she's Black? You see what I'm saying? It's a vicious, awful trap that has been going on since I've been in this business. I've been in this business for decades. And again, if something is racially specific, more power to it. That story needs to be told. But let's keep the bigger picture, in perspective.
Fair enough. All right, I can deal with that. Thank you guys very much for answering my question. I appreciate it. And outside of that, the movie was actually very feel good. And you guys have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too, boss. Thank you.
Hey guys. Well, awesome job from everyone in the cast. I mean, bravo, 10s across the board, kings and queens. Yes. I talked about it, I'm Radio 1 Atlanta, so I'm like, yes, represent TVOne all day. I had one question. Everyone involved, is anyone doing a watch party? Of course, COVID safe, because it is on a Sunday fun day. And what are you doing? Real quick.
No watch party for me. I'll just be hanging out, and tweeting, talking about it, social media, but no watch party for me. What about you guys?
I'm gonna watch it with my mom.
Love it.
I'll be watching it with my family, and I've told tons of friends, and obviously, made sure through social media that it's known in that avenue as well.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
Well, awesome. You guys are looking COVID awesome. So we're looking forward to it. And we were talking about it as well on the show here middays. So I appreciate it. Everything that you guys are providing as far as just great talent.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Latifa with Vinyl Conversations. My question is, first of all, congratulations on the movie. My question is directed to Christopher. The scene between you, the fight scene between you and Monica's dad, how is it rehearsing that scene? And did you guys really fall in the pool?
It was great rehearsing that scene. I've dabbled in a number of different styles over the years in terms of martial arts. Shotokan, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, and Kempo. So for me, even though the fight scene was more on the silly side, nevertheless, we had a stunt coordinator there. So we got a chance to do some fun movement, blocking, whatnot. And Maurice and I, we talked about what was going on with the characters, how we wanted to strike that fine balance between these two are trying to fight and really put each other in their place, but it's also a comedy, right? So that was a joy. That was a joy to just navigate our way through that fine line. And then in terms of the pool, the answer is no. I think we originally wanted. I think that's how Essence and the producers wanted to maybe shoot that, was to actually fall into the pool, which Maurice and I thought would be hilarious and would be a great idea. But with COVID and all the different complications therein, it presented some challenges that made it a little more difficult for us to actually to fall in. That was the intention, and I think that's what was originally going to be the case, but no.
Okay. All right. That was my question. Thank you guys. Again, excellent movie, and thank you for your time.
Hi guys, how are you guys doing? I'm Rissa with the Amazing Swag, her magazine, and congratulations to the full cast. It was a great movie. I enjoyed you all. But my question is directed directly to the beautiful Brittany. So Brittany, I know life has its ups and downs, and I know the film industry can be challenging. So my question to you is, how do you keep yourself motivated? And how could you tell others to keep themselves motivated?
I'm usually motivated by others. So like, whenever I feel uninspired, if I watch like a really good show or something on TV, it just gets me re-inspired. I feel like other people's art and their work keeps me inspired. So that's good. And then of course, my family, I'm very honest within the moments when I feel down, because sometimes I feel like you harvest these feelings and you don't share them so they can kind of grow within you. So usually whenever I feel down, my family, I'll express it, and then I get, the love poured into me that keeps me inspired. So those are like really two of the biggest things. I just pay attention to people who inspire me, and I talk to the people who understand me, and they give me, they pour more life into me to keep me going.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoyed the movie, guys.
Hi. My question is for BJ. I just want to know, what's your favorite holiday movie and why?
Oh wow. Home Alone 1. I'd have to go with Home Alone 1 is probably my favorite because I've watched it since day one. That and the yes one, but the Charlie Brown collection. Sorry. I watched that growing up 24/7. Like, always make sure like you're in front of that TV with your family and your sisters, making sure that you watch the Charlie Brown Christmas special. Then Home Alone came, and then it was the two. It was those two. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. I'm Alexi with Red Carpet Fly. Congratulations on the movie, guys. It was really, really good. quick question for BJ. You were kind of the mediator in the movie, and I just wanted to know, what are some of your tips to surviving the holidays with family?
Oh, wow. In my personal life? My parents already told me don't even think about coming home. We'll see you on either FaceTime, Zoom. They're not playing. They're not playing. They're like, we will mail you your presents. You can mail us ours, But I'm big on family. I love family. For me, Christmas is one of my favorite holidays. As a kid, I used to be like, give me. Now it's like, I want to see you all's faces when you all get gifts. Like I love being the giver now. And so for me, I'll mail everybody's presents, and then I'll just be on Zoom right now, and we'll all get on and we'll just see each other eating and giving out gifts. I mean, I'd love to be able to go home, but my parents are like, no, until this pandemic is over, we'll see you on Zoom and FaceTime.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations to everyone on the movie.
Thank you so much. Have a good holiday.
You too.
Thank you.
So congratulations on the film. It was really great. My question is for Brittany. You mentioned the magic of being on set and working with Essence Atkins and working with a Black woman director. And that really speaks to the importance of representation. So my question for you is, when's the first time that you saw yourself represented on the big screen, or you had that moment that was like, wow, I want to do that when I grow up?
Journey Smollett, Beeps by You. I specifically remember being like, and mind you, I don't think she and I look nothing alike, but as a kid watching her, I was like, that's me. So yeah, that was my moment.
Awesome. Thank you. And congratulations again. Great movie.
So much.
Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Ty Cole from Music Exclusives. First and foremost, the movie was amazing. Really nice, great laughs, lighthearted film, and I felt like it was great for the holidays. So my question, directed to Carl, but you all can jump in if you guys feel the need to, feel in your spirit. So this year has been a lot with 2020. Everyone has just been going through a lot, rough patches, especially with COVID. So it's a real Christmas dilemma this year, as a lot of people have lost their loved ones, including myself. I recently just lost my stepdad yesterday as I was preparing for this virtual Zoom in, still here. So for me, music was definitely something that helped me through my time and is still helping me now. So what Christmas songs do you recommend for people who may have been going through a tough time that they can add to their playlist to get that upbeat, comfort, loving feel?
First, let me say my condolences, and my prayers are with you and your family. Yes, this has been a crazy year. We've definitely gone through some things, and so again, my prayers are with you and your family. My condolences. It's interesting when I listen to Christmas music, right? I go through a myriad of songs. So my dad, for some reason, he used to play, and I don't know if this is for everyone, but he was big on the Johnny Mathis Christmas album, right? When we were growing up, that Johnny Mathis Christmas album is bomb, right? But I also know that if you go to now we got Spotify, we got all these, but there's an R&B Christmas album, right? That like Boyz II Men on there, Johnny Gill,
Heavy hitters.
Yeah. And it's like I think it's a Motown compilation Christmas album. I think that's what it is. That one right there, that'll do it. That one right there. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and enjoy the film. And also, happy birthday to you, Christopher B. Duncan. I know the movie comes out 2 days after your birthday, so it's a great birthday gift to have for yourself. Thank you so much.
Ty, thank you for that. I appreciate it. And listen, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. And then what I would add to that list, by the way, is Donny Hathaway's "This Christmas."
Ooh, love that
That's
song.
my favorite Christmas song on the planet. Donny Hathaway's "This Christmas." There you go.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we don't have Essence Atkins here, but her spirit is definitely with us during the video virtual media conference. I did want to invite Jason to just talk about that experience of having her as our director for her first film, and what you believe she was able to bring to this production.
All right, cool. So working with Essence as first-time director,
I don't want to simplify it, but it was kind of a no-brainer. Like when her name came up, we were trying to figure out who our director was. I had one phone conversation with her. She had already read the script. She already had a lot of great creative ideas. And it was kind of immediate. I was like, I got off the phone with her and I was like, yeah, she's the one. And you know, Essence and I had worked together on another movie earlier this year, which was it's crazy because that was the last movie that I did before COVID shut down, and this was the first movie after, and Essence was attached to both of them, so that's kind of cool. But you know, the biggest thing about Essence was that she's a veteran in this business, and she has, you know, she's got such a great spirit, but she also knows exactly what she wants. She knows how to communicate it. She knows how to get it done. And from where I was sitting in my command center and just talking on the phone and text messaging, it looked like she really was just a natural. We had several meetings leading up to production, you know, during pre-production. And it looked natural. Like, I don't want to speak for the cast, but it felt like y'all were like automatically in sync immediately since day one. And I really appreciated that, because it wasn't hard to work with Essence as a first-time director, because she knows this business. She's been on the other side. She knows how to communicate things that maybe veteran directors might not know how to communicate the same way, because she's been on both sides. But it really was from where I was sitting, it was a joy and an honor to, you know, be part of that story and be part of her having her first opportunity to direct. But on the selfish side, it made my job easy. It made it a lot easier because she was just so good at it. And you know, I could feel the energy between her and the cast and everybody. And like I said, I've watched the movie several times, just going through the different editing stages, and it definitely translates. I really thank you all. We couldn't have asked for a more perfect cast, more perfect director. Everything just came together like even better than we envisioned it. And I know Essence was a large part of that, and our cast as well, production team, everybody. It was a great team family effort. And like I said, every time I watch the movie, I still laugh at the same jokes. Even though I know them coming, I read the script 1,000 times, still laugh at them. And I feel like I'm part of the family. So I was inserting myself into different conversations, having rebuttals during the conversations. It was really a great project, and I really am thankful and honored to have, you know, worked with Essence on her first directorial debut, and to be with this amazing cast. It was excellent.
Excellent. Thank you, Jason. And with that, we are going to conclude our Christmas Dilemma virtual media conference. Thank you, Brittany, BJ, Carl, Christopher, and Jason for your contribution to making this a really huge success. Thank you to all of our members of the media who joined us today. If you had any further questions, I welcome you to reach out to us to set up another, or either send us your questions that you weren't able to answer today. Thank you all for joining, and look forward to hearing and seeing all of your stories.
Okay, guys. What can we do that'll keep everybody happy?
What about bowling? Bowling balls can be used as weapons. Not a great idea.
Karaoke.
Your mother sings like Aretha Franklin and mine cackles like a giraffe. And you think that's a good idea?
Okay.
Too bad there's no casinos around here. My mom could play the slot machine for hours.
Hey, what about a club? Let's get them to dance. Hey, come on, who don't like shaking their ass? On Christmas? What's open?
Hey, trust me, I can find a spot.
Whoopee! Ooh! Cousin Eddie done saved Christmas. Genesis, baby, take me to the ATM. We gonna need a lot of singers for the champagne.
Honey, I thought this was a jazz club. Okay, but this must be cabaret.
Girl, this is a strip club.
William?
Listen, honey, they went through all the trouble to get us in here. I think we should just give it a chance.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm down, baby.
Okay, well, if we gonna stay, I'm gonna need a drink.
Yes, dear.
William? William!
Hey, I'm gonna get Leslie a dance from that BBW right there.
First dance on me.
No, my treat. Merry Christmas, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shots!
Baby, we're at a half-empty strip club with our parents on Christmas. Oh, we're definitely going to hell.
Nothing like some good old ass shaking to celebrate, well, anything. You know what? And Cousin Eddie did save the day, all right? So let's go be merry.
Better talk, money talk, bills talk, TikTok, wristwatch, bling, blah, rap like it's Christmas. New walk on the block, teach him how to milli bike. You ain't getting money, why you looking, huh? Boy, stop. I caught the wave, I caught the wave. I caught the wave, I caught the wave. I caught the wave, I caught the wave. I caught the sharks, so they swimming with the fishes. I caught the wave, I caught the wave. I caught the wave, I caught the wave. I caught the wave, I caught the wave. I caught the sharks, so they swimming with the fishes. If you ain't do the dishes, boy, your mama about to whoop that ass. I don't need my mama, I be focused on this fast cash. Leather tags, all lavish press, they be too jealous. Should've put the work in, cause the work don't stop. Listen to the sounds and I follow the beat. Then I caught the wave, then I caught the preacher. Sleeping with the devil while they watching the bleachers. All white walls, I see all white walls. Wrapped in this tourniquet, about to be my turn again. Straight jacket, cause it's only bars that I be murdering. So much truth, why they put me in.
Come on, baby, we can take him. William.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I just could not let a good deal go. 3 for 1.
I'm glad you did. Oh, you gotta do it, Grammy.
What you call it? Make it rain. Make it rain on.
Christmas Dilemma, Sunday, December 6th at 7 on TVOne.